Hello, welcome to Film Smart. The first story for today is that Carrie Fisher has officially joined the cast of Star Wars Episode 7. Alec, tell us your thoughts.
I think it's really cool that because it shows because they said she's filming for 6 months, which is a long time. So obviously, I think she'll be in London for 6 months filming.
Oh, they're filming in London.
Yeah, so that's a long time to be. That's a lot of the old films were filmed there too. It was in a studio. That's a long time. So obviously, she and Harrison Ford and Mark Hamill and hopefully Billy D. Williams will all be playing a pretty large part in the movie. And a lot of people are saying this will be a send-off to them, kind of like you're kind of, this will really be the end of them. Whether they die or they just kind of go away for a while, go to space retirement home. I don't know. But yeah, so obviously I wouldn't be surprised if we hear Mark Hamill will be joining Harrison. Harrison Ford is trying to do a deal with Disney, I heard, to be, if he'll do Han Solo if he can do another Indiana Jones movie, and he'll also be happy to do another Blade Runner movie. So he's going back to all three of his.
Okay, so he's obviously ran out of options as an actor. Number two,
I don't know about
he's
that.
Old and weird. Because at the Oscars, he looked like he was high.
Oh yeah, it was, a lot of people were. I would get high. But
don't listen to him.
All those stuck-up people. Anyway, I'm sorry. Anyway, I think that Harrison Ford, with all these, he's going back to all of his franchises. I think that's kind of cool, though. I'm waiting for him to say he's going to play the president again in Air Force One too. But I think I think that's cool. So I wouldn't be surprised if we hear Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, Billy D. Williams all say they're coming back for Episode 7 to do a little send-off. But yeah, I think it'll be cool. I think it'll be good. I'm glad to hear she's coming back because I'm a big fan of the original trilogy. The prequels are terrible, but the Episode 4, 5, and 6, and a lot of people don't realize Episode 4, the only one directed by George Lucas, actually, was nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars and Best Director. I could be wrong on that. Don't quote me. But I think it might have been nominated for Best Director and Best Actor in a Supporting Role for Alec Guinness. So yeah, it got a lot of acclaim. So it's not just a fun little sci-fi movie. It was a masterpiece. So, all right, what else is in the news?
The second story for today is that Batman vs. Superman will be battling Captain America 3, reported by The Hollywood Reporter, a very reputable source.
On May 6th, right?
May 6th, 2016.
2016. What are your thoughts on this, Josh?
This is a really high-stakes game of chicken. I think one of them, just because they aren't moving now, remember they're 2 years away. So one of them can always move next week, next month, next year. They can always move the date. It won't really matter. But one of them will move because it'll damage. Not the general public isn't, they might not want to go see two movies at midnight, like right back to back. Because they might be tired. They're going to be out till 4 a.m. And Zack Snyder likes to have long movies. So you might be there till like 1 p.m. falling asleep in the theater. So, I don't want to go into who I think would win the box office because that might divide too many people. But Alec, what are your thoughts?
I think it's really cool that they're opening up on the same day because
as of now, because superhero movies don't really do that. You never see like Avengers opening up on the same day as Man of Steel. This would be one fair. Well, actually, it wouldn't really be fair, but it would be one good testament to like Marvel versus DC, like people who like to.
I think the only
compare.
I think the only other Marvel properties, and I'm saying when I say Marvel, I mean Marvel comic properties, so not Marvel Studios, just Marvel comic characters, would either be Iron Man or Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. I think those would be the two characters that could beat Batman versus Superman.
Well, yeah, Spider-Man already beat Man of Steel.
Yeah, so I think that could definitely work because those two are just, huge icons and really big right now, and have been for a while. But I think we can't really say who will beat who until Captain America: The Winter Soldier comes out and then we get the numbers, because we can't base it off the first Captain America because that's outdated, 3 years old. That was back when not a lot of people knew who he was. Now we're after Avengers and Iron Man 3 and Thor 2. Captain America 2, once this comes out in about 3 weeks, that's when we can judge how we think the Captain America 3 will. If Captain America 2 makes, say, $700-800 million.
Yeah, for some reason, I don't know, the hype seems to make it seem like it's going to make like $1.3 billion like an Iron Man or something. But I don't know, it might not. International, they make quite a bit more of an impact than they used to. Like now in the whole thing, like so because this is Captain America, so people in China might not really be interested in like, oh, let's go see a Captain America movie and root for Americans, or people in like Russia or something. I don't know. They might not want to see this movie. So you never know. Batman vs Superman might have the upper hand, even though a lot of people didn't really like Man of Steel. I loved it, but
and I think we all know that.
But yeah, a lot of people didn't like that movie, even though it does have a 76% fan rating. So the people that count really liked it. But because critics, they can give their opinion. They do influence a lot of people, but fans are really the ones you want to appease. But I'm not gonna go into it. The whole box office.
But yeah, I think this is
I think this is something you have to watch.
Yeah,
I can't wait to watch it unfold. I kind of want one to move. I kind of want Batman vs Superman to move, but it was kind of like, Marvel I'm pretty sure they've been claiming like dates for a long time already, but they claim that date. I hate when people say that. Yeah. Hey, you don't claim a day. Okay, so
this day in the name of Captain America 3.
Yeah, it wasn't even that big of a deal. Maybe, do you think that Marvel Studios had always planned to open Captain America 3 that day? Or do you think they did that to drive Batman vs Superman out? Because remember, Captain America 3 isn't confirmed by Marvel.
I think they always had planned.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. I think Marvel knows what it's doing. I think DC knows what it's doing, and I think
I was gonna say I think DC knew exactly. Because they knew we're going up against a Marvel property. They know Marvel at this point. I'm pretty sure they've been studying them carefully.
And I think they would much rather have a Captain America 3 or a Thor 3 go up instead of a Doctor Strange. I'm talking about a Marvel.
Marvel, okay.
Because a lot of people were saying, is it going to be Doctor Strange? That would make sense because Doctor Strange would get murdered. Captain America 3 is going to get a little hurt, but it's not going to get very hurt.
But then the thing is that I was going to say Captain America will hurt Batman vs Superman.
They both get hurt, and whereas Doctor Strange wouldn't really hurt Batman vs Superman because most people have no idea who Doctor Strange is.
But I think majority of the audience going to see Captain America and then a majority of the audience going to see Batman vs Superman, they will probably see them both movies eventually. It doesn't have to be opening weekend if the movie still makes the money.
Yeah, they'll probably make $1 billion. Who are we kidding?
I'm gonna say it if they both make $1 billion, better because we'll get more Marvel and we'll get more DC.
We just wanted to do a little recap of the Oscars. I know it's a little late, but what were your thoughts on them? A little bit.
I think I liked all the choices.
There weren't a lot of surprises. Pretty much everybody knew 12 Years a Slave was going to win Best Picture, and I'm glad it did because I just saw the film like a week ago, and it was a very powerful, brutal, disturbing film, and it definitely deserved the win. And I've seen 7 of the Best Picture nominees. The only 2 I haven't seen are Her and Philomena. Josh has seen Her, so collectively we've seen 8 of the Best Picture nominees. The only one we haven't seen is Philomena.
Man, I loved Her.
Yeah.
I really
a lot of people say Gravity would have been a close second. Had 12 Years a Slave not been nominated, Gravity probably would have won. And I love that movie too. Cate Blanchett deserved her win. Mm-hmm. Sandra Bullock could have gotten it. I was rooting for her, but Spike Jonze got his.
Yeah, he got his
original screenplay.
Day in the Sun for her. I knew that movie had to win something. If it wouldn't have won anything, I would have been really disappointed.
Lupita Nyong'o gave a great speech when she won. I was so glad she won and not Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, because that would have just been...
Because Jennifer Lawrence was good in American Hustle, but she did not deserve to win an Oscar. Leonardo DiCaprio, a lot of people are complaining that he didn't win. He didn't deserve to win. So
Yeah, I didn't think he deserved to win either.
yeah, a lot of people say, "Oh, why don't they just?"
Why don't they just give it to him? That's not the point.
The point. A lot of people think that you should win based on your body of work. You should win based on your performance.
In that movie, yeah, they don't have to be like, "Oh, he was good and he just barely lost last
Matthew
year."
McConaughey. I think Matthew McConaughey, Chiwetel Ejiofor, and Bruce Dern all gave better performances in Nebraska, 12 Years a Slave, Dallas Buyers Club than Wolf of Wall Street, Leonardo DiCaprio. I think Leonardo DiCaprio did do better than Christian Bale. Not to say that Christian Bale was bad.
Well, yeah, he's not bad,
but he was better than Christian Bale. So yeah, I think Bruce Dern gave a much better performance. Chiwetel Ejiofor gave a much better performance, and Matthew McConaughey gave the best performance. So yeah, I think everybody who won deserved it. I'm not complaining about anybody.
This was a really good year. This was a really good year in the Oscars.
Best supporting actor went to Jared Leto, which was no surprise. He deserved it. He was really great as Rayon, in Dallas Buyers Club, playing an AIDS-stricken transvestite. Yeah, he was really good. So yeah, best original screenplay, John Ridley won, and there was some speculation on a feud between him and Steve McQueen based on wanting the writing rights. Steve McQueen wanted writing credit for 12 Years a Slave, and he asked John Ridley for it. John Ridley's like, no. So Steve McQueen took it to the studio. They said no. He took it to the Writers Guild of America. They said no. So I hear at the BAFTAs, which were like a couple weeks before, maybe a week before the Oscars, he wouldn't even let John Ridley sit by him.
Wow.
And then at the Oscars, they wouldn't shake hands or hug or
acknowledge each other. Yeah.
And they showed Steve McQueen just doing this when John Ridley won. And John Ridley stood in the background when 12 Years a Slave won Best Picture. But it was a good night. Ellen, I thought, was a good host.
Yeah, she was funny. The whole pizza thing.
Yeah, that was funny. She was fine. I mean, she wasn't great, but she was good. There was nothing to complain. I personally liked Seth MacFarlane a lot because I thought he had some edgier comedy, and I think people just need to stop taking things so seriously. Like they had Ellen stepping on eggshells because they were so worried they would have a Seth MacFarlane because they're so scared to offend Hollywood. But Ellen did have some edgier jokes when she called Liza Minnelli a man, basically. And
thank you, sir.
I thought that was hilarious. And a lot of people say, oh, that's taking it too far. Like, no.
Yeah, I was going to say, that wasn't, I don't know how that would offend, necessarily.
I don't know why you're offended. You're not Liza Minnelli. Anyway, Liza Minnelli said it was fine. Anyway, was there anything else? Oh, how can we forget Adele Dazeem? John Travolta,
wickedly talented.
John Travolta introducing Idina Menzel, who sings "Let It Go" from Frozen, introduced her as Adele Dazeem for some reason. I'm assuming it has to do with marijuana or alcohol that was in his system at that time.
And the way he said wickedly.
Yeah, because he went up on stage and you could hear he was saying "I love you" or something like that into the audience when he got up there, and then the wickedly talented one and only Adele Dazeem. Like you could tell in his face and his voice that he knew he was messing it up.
Because then he got off stage really quick.
Yeah, but you can't stop in the middle of saying it. You can't go Idina Menzel. So he just kept
Adele Dazeem.
He sticks with what he does because last year he said Les Miserables, introducing them before they sang. So he really knows how to introduce
I can't even
names of people. And the fact that it wasn't even nearly close to Idina Menzel. And now you can Travoltify your name online on Variety, I think. And then you can but you can see on the Muppets trailer, they talk about Adele Dazeem raves. And then they said that in the Muppets, it came out a few days after that. It's like, Adele Dazeem raves, the movie's great or whatever. And they also put it in an honest trailer on YouTube. They put in Adele Dazeem as for the singer of Let It Go, Idina Menzel, who really, I'm surprised he didn't know who that was because she's pretty famous. But yeah, I think all in all, it was a good Oscars. Everybody who won deserved it. Gravity's got the most Oscar wins, 7 out of 10. American Hustle didn't get any, which I think what it deserved. It deserved a lot of nominations. It didn't deserve any wins. Wolf of Wall Street was O for however many was nominated. But yeah, Gravity was a big winner. 12 Years a Slave was a big winner. Dallas Buyers Club was a big winner. It was a big night for AIDS, space, and slavery.
3 words I never think would be in the sentence.
Yeah, AIDS, space, and slavery. It was a big night for them, and also talking OS systems with the Spike Jonze win.
Oh,
But
yeah.
yeah, it was. I would have liked to see Nebraska get a little bit more. It was 0 for 6, but because it was really a great movie, and everybody should see it. Bruce Dern and June Squibb were wonderful, and Alexander Payne knocked it out the park again after doing The Descendants with George Clooney and Shailene Woodley. That was a good movie too. That was Oscar nominated. Yeah, I think that's about it. Did you have anything else you wanted to mention? Well, you already know what to do. Subscribe, like, comment, and of course, as always, stay films.